Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. It is exactly 8:38 a.m. and we are now going to be talking to Habib Malik. He is an Africa Muslim Agency's representative in Pakistan. Obviously, we are going to be looking at that very dire situation regarding the floods that is absolutely unprecedented. I don't think any country in the world has experienced flooding like they have in Pakistan. I do know that a short while ago here in KZN, we had a situation of floods as well. Many lives were lost, many houses and infrastructure was destroyed. But I don't think it even matches up to the scale of what we're seeing that is playing out in Pakistan. We are now joined by Habib Malik. He is a representative of Africa Muslim Agencies and he is talking to us from Pakistan. Assalamu alaikum to you, dear brother. Welcome to the program. Nice to be talking with you this morning. But of course, we're talking about a very dire and a very, very sad situation indeed. And that is the devastating floods in Pakistan. The floods have stopped, but obviously we understand that the water from the mountainous regions is really coming down in full force to the low-lying areas in Pakistan, and there's been mass scale destruction. What else can you tell us about the situation on the ground? And I mean, you're on the ground there, and you probably see it. We watching all of this on TV, but we don't really pick up on the true horror. You are face to face with the people and you're in the thick of everything there. Talk to us about that very terrible situation. Allah be with you all. Habib, I'm not hearing you. Your picture is frozen. Okay, I understand the network is very bad. Let's go for a break once again. We're going to try and reconnect with you, and we do apologize for that. So, dear valued listeners and viewers, please do stay with us. Whilst Habib Malik is reconnecting with us from Pakistan, let me give you a rundown of what else is coming up on the show this morning. Alhamdulillah, we had a fabulous Salam Media's inaugural Women's Day symposium yesterday. It was held at Kilani Country Club, and oh wow, what a day it's been. I felt so indulged. But let me not take away this team from Johara Hassam. She's the co-founder of Heal for Hope. She'll be joining us a little later on to talk about the event. We're also going to be talking to Dr. Dick Forsland, social activist and economist. And I wonder if it is too early to celebrate, but I'm sure celebrations will be in order. This is regarding the company Shell's offshore oil and gas exploration. We've been told has been prohibited by a South African court. Dr. Dick Forsland is going to give us all of those details in a little while. Zunaida Musa Vadiwala, who is an attorney and legal researcher on climate change litigation, is going to talk to us about the climate change situation in South Africa and the fact that they're not seeing enough litigation. So let's understand what's that all about. Should we be jumping up and down? Should we be pointing fingers at industries? How does this actually work? Let's understand our rights as far as climate change is concerned. But I do understand, Alhamdulillah, that Brother Habib Malik is back, but he is back on a telephone line. Pity about that. But all the same, let's go ahead with that interview. Habib, salamu alaikum. Welcome to the program.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My apology, but I'm very sure people understand the area where the flood hit zone and then the communications are down and very poor signals. They are trying to recover the communication platforms and connect this hard hit flood region in the rest of the world. So my apologies, signal is not very great, and so that's why I think a phone call. Let's try the phone call, inshallah. So yeah,
No
you
need
just
to
were saying,
apologize.
uh,
Habib, no need to apologize. We
yeah,
understand the situation. We do understand it's totally out
yeah,
of your hands. Allah make it easy for everybody in
Amin,
Pakistan.
Amin, Amin.
Let's talk about
Exactly.
what you're seeing on the ground. And can you tell me, are you from this region or are you from outside of the region? And being a Pakistani yourself, how is this impacting on you, your loved ones, your immediate family, and then, of course, the rest of the
Yeah,
Pakistani people?
Jazakallah khair, Jazakallah khair. Basically, I've been in this humanitarian sector for the last 21 years. I originally born in Islamabad, which is 2 hours drive from where I am heading right now in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. I worked here in 2010 floods as well for 1 year. And for the last 3 years, I'm based in Pakistan, delivering humanitarian aid throughout and seasonal programs and so on and so forth. I've been to South Africa many times, and I know that how wonderful people are. First of all, I want to recognize and thank the people of South Africa, the love they are showing towards our Muslim brothers and sisters in Pakistan. Right now, people are in need, and what Africa Muslim Agency on their platform, what people of South Africa are doing, are putting these in practical. Where Prophet Muhammad SAW explained to us, we are like a one body. Doesn't matter where the pain body is, the whole body suffers. Today, whether it's because of climate change, whatever the reasons, Pakistan is suffering 33 million
Mm,
people who are directly affected right now, who have lost, over 1 million people have lost homes. Every person I have come across, I am in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa because Africa Muslims Agency, we will be delivering the donations, the beautiful gifts which people in South Africa have given to Africa Muslims Agency. We will be delivering in the forms of food bags, baskets, also hygiene kits and emergency shelter and so on. For the last 3 days, I've been in the area speaking to people, capturing the real who are in desperate need. Our primary focus is to get to the most vulnerable people. What has happened? Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, this year, this time, there's no big number of human losses. But what people have lost, every single life and asset and their belongings, including their livestock as well. The water level was up to 7 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet. It's so visible, so visible. Once you see on Africa Muslim Agency's marketing material, you see the level of the water. This flood,
mm,
devastating flash flood, water, the height. People are telling me, and you can see them on the walls as well. So,
mm,
number of homes where I have visited, people have lost their livestock. They have lost every single item in the house, whether it's their blankets, their uh, their clothes, their kitchen items. Number of them have lost even rooms. There's maybe one partial room damaged, and basically the homes are not usable. The ones they survived are not usable because of the smell in the house as well, because of the
mm,
devastating flood. So people basically are spending night outside under open sky, waiting for someone to come and give them the food baskets and so on. Majority of people where we will be distributing aid to are relied on daily wages, daily laborers. They were not working in their own villages. They had to travel to another city like Islamabad, to Lahore, and so on, to earn a living for their families. And what
mm,
happened, they told me, we received a phone call from our loved ones to say, you have to come back now. And they are back in their villages. They have absolutely no source of income right now. Their livestock, a cow and a buffalo may not be, to us, it's just an animal. To
mm,
these families, some of them, they treat their cow and buffalo and their goats more important than their own even children, because they know this is the source of income. They sell the milk, and that's how the farms are all destroyed. These people used to work in the farms as laborers. Those farm crops are all immersed in water. The water is receding, no doubt. Even this morning it was raining. So the issue right now compared to 2010, a lot of people have asked me, what do you think of comparison? I personally believe, yes, in 2010 there was more human loss, no doubt. But now, this year, what we find is more people are affected. 33 million is a big, big number. And not only in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, in Sindh, in Balochistan, in Punjab, south of Punjab, people are affected. And right now, in this emergency phase, what we are asking people, especially in South Africa as well, please consider 8,500 rands is not a lot of money. But what does 8,500 rands do? It will feed a family of 8 to 9 people. They will be able to have food basket for at least 3 weeks, minimum 3 weeks. They will
Mm.
have hygiene kits. They'll be able to wash themselves. They'll be able to, right now, yesterday, every single person I came across, young kids, they've all are suffering now from waterborne issues. You can see on their legs, on their arms, nasty rash because of the contaminated water. So
So,
8,500.
Habib, let me ask you. Habib, let me ask you this question. Obviously, what's going to happen, because I see pictures on screen here as well, which we've put on, and you are right when you say that you can see the watermark on the walls of structures, and it's quite frightening. As the water recedes, we're also going to get a lot of waterborne diseases, or possibly it's already manifesting as we speak. So there's going to be a lot of dysentery, diarrhea, and other waterborne diseases. How are people going to cope in that situation? Are East Africa Muslim agencies possibly going to give them water purifying tablets, perhaps? And there's also a huge need for medical personnel and medical supplies. Is that on the cards as well, as far as AMA is concerned?
No problem. As I say, last week, since last 4 5 days, immediately, my dear brother Hassan and his team from Africa Muslim Agency, they communicated with me. I've known them for years. And immediately we decided, let's quickly do the first thing. Let's get to people with the food baskets, hygiene kits, and temporary shelter as a phase one. Phase two, we will we our a plan, inshallah, it's on our agenda as people sort of survive and then we identify their more needs, and you are absolutely right. There will be a need for primary health and medical supplies. Emergency medical kits will be required. We need to set up mobile medical clinics and so on. This all has to happen because right now, as I say, access was a problem. Now access is easier now. Before there was water everywhere. Now, alhamdulillah, water is receding. So this will be our plan. Then also the rehabilitation phase, reaching to the people with with looking at more permanent type shelter for them. Because their education is all destroyed, their health clinics are all destroyed, their income generation. As I mentioned too, I would love to see the community of South Africa supporting them with income generation projects, even with their livestock. We can give them a small stock of goats. We can maybe buy them a buffalo and so on, which means so much to these people. So these will be our plans. There were so many street vendors who lost their stock. They have nothing. Maybe we can set up some small income generation projects for them so they can quickly
Inshallah.
rise. We can't just keep them in food packs all the time. We have
Right, right.
to support them so they rise on their feet. So these are all our plans. And inshallah, with the support of our generous community of South Africa, inshallah, I have no doubt, I have absolutely no doubt. I've been traveling to South Africa since 2012. I know how generous our brothers and sisters are.
Ameen.
They will
Ameen.
support Africa Muslim Agency, and we are on the ground. The team we are developing, they are on the ground, we are on the ground, and we will inshallah ensure with excellence every single rand which the community donate will be delivered to the most vulnerable, needy people in an emergency and after emergency phase as well. In
Okay, Habib, my final question before I wrap up the interview. Two issues that we're very concerned about, I think not only in South Africa, but all around the world, is that, Alhamdulillah, you're saying to me that African Muslim agencies on the ground, you will ensure that the aid gets to the people, because there is a big, I spoke to a journalist from Pakistan last week, and he indicated that if the cash monies go through to the government, there is a real there's a real possibility and fear that half the aid money will go into corrupt government officials' pockets. Does Africa Muslim Agency do their own distribution personally, and do you get support from the authorities to go through and do the distribution to the neediest of the needy?
Excellent question. Absolutely excellent question. I love this question. And I love when people remember, donors have a right to ask. They have a right
Mm.
to ask, my 1 rand will travel from Cape Town, from Durban, how's that going to go all the way to KPK? What is the route? So let me explain it very quickly, please. Africa Muslims Agency do not use any third party. So what does
Oh,
third party
good.
mean? We do not use a local NGO. We do
Right.
not use any government channels whatsoever. I myself am the representative of African Muslim Agency with the local volunteers here, with the local under my supervision. There is absolutely no third party involvement. There is no partnership with any local NGOs whatsoever, and there is no financial transactions to any local authority, government, or any form of any other these institutions whatsoever. That's something I can guarantee myself, that this is something we agreed from day one with Brother Hassan and his team, that we will channel every single run ourselves through our own hands under Africa Muslim Agency team. No third party will be involved. So this is something I can assure our brothers and sisters in South Africa, that the money is not going to any government, whether it's at the federal level or at the local level, or any local third party charity or NGO. We do not give any. Every purchase made through wholesalers using 3 codes. We get 3 codes. Everything is done through our own Africa Muslim Agency team here in Pakistan. Yes.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Habib, it's been wonderful talking to you. I have to end it there, but thank you so much for reassuring us here in South Africa that you distribute it personally and make sure that all of the aid reaches the neediest of the needy. And I do know, Alhamdulillah, that the South African Muslims are digging very deep into their hearts and their pockets. And we are very familiar with the organization Africa Muslim Agencies, with the twin brothers, Hassan and Hussein Chunara, and their amazing team. And we will just guide people to the Africa Muslim Agency's website, and then they can make their donations online, or they can even go personally into the offices to go and do their much needed donations. But you keep up the great work. Allah be with you and the entire team, and inshallah we will talk again sometime soon. Go well. Assalamu alaikum.
Keep an eye on Africa Muslims Agency's website for updates.
Absolutely, absolutely. Walaikum salam to you. 8:57 News and Views on Salam Media. Stay with us. I think we're going to be talking with Kurtuba Online Learning Academy. Thereafter, Zaid Jadwid, our news correspondent, will be giving us the news bulletin of the morning.